At the time of picking a best service what you are required for the day-to-day life. Okay, so either you are going for one time getting a service or repeated nature you are getting service. So you can't predict the process, you cannot calculate here. When you are trying to go for government hospital, okay, the same treatment what you are getting in the private hospital, you can expect more only. If they are saying positive about the service what they are getting, okay, so of course I am also keen interested to get a service. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 5, Section 3, first semester B.B.A, Service Marketing. And today my agenda, 7 P's of service marketing mix. Okay, that means in the physical product, we are able to identify there are only 4 P's. Okay, product, price, place, promotion. But 3 more P's are added for service. Okay, so one by one. So here the product mix which is related to the physical product, 4 P's we are able to identify. Okay, which is always there in the tangible nature. So product, price, place, promotion. And see, apart from 4 P's, we are able to identify there are 3 more P's are added. Okay, so when the service provider, when they are offering a service to the consumer, of course the people involvement, those who are involved in the service process. Okay, and different types of service we are able to identify. Of course there is a certain different types of process will be going. Okay, and the physical evidence, how they are identifying the survey, how they will get to know the service. Okay, so moving, you can see this image. So the physical product, even the service or physical product, okay, the price is very important. Any company, they are generating a revenue with the help of price only, because in case of service, of course, there is no standard price we are not able to identify. Okay, and the place is very important, where exactly the service is offered. Okay, and the promotion, how you are promoting the service, okay, whatever you are providing. Okay, those people are involved in the service. What are the different types of process in the different types of service? And the physical, environmental or physical evidence, you can say, how you will get as a consumer, how they will get to know the service. Okay, so the first here, the 7 P of service marketing. Okay, service marketing are very different from the product, because in case of physical product we can find the homogeneity. Okay, so the similar nature we are able to identify, but in case of service which is very different, right? So the marketing concept need to be revisited while marketing a survey, because there are different types of too many services offered to the different consumers. Based on the consumers requirement only, the service industry are contributing, offering a many service to the consumers. Okay, the service can range from financial service provided by the bank. Different types of services provided, either it is a saving account or current account, in the name of business account, or recurring deposit or fixed deposit. The bank is providing too many service to the customers. And technology service, you are able to identify there are different types of technology service we are able to identify here. The company are offering, like IT companies offering a technology service, and food and ambience as a service provided by restaurant, even a belong, because in the restaurant we are able to classify different types of 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 7-star, different types of service we are able to identify. And even a blog where the author provides service, different authors are providing a different kind of information service. Okay, consulting service. Okay, so information presentation, because how we are depending on the different types of information which is required for day by day. And interesting reading. Okay, you can get a service with the help of like Amazon Prime, Netflix. Okay, so different interesting concept. You can listen the music with the help of a service provider. So there are too many service. 2 is audience. Service marketing are dominated by 7 P's of marketing, namely product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. Okay, so here any service company, service provider, they need to study the 7 P's, very important. What exactly the service is offered to the end consumer based on the consumer's requirement. The 7P framework is one of the most popular framework for deciding a marketing strategy. But in case of physical product, the something different strategy which is adapted, okay, which is related to product strategy or price strategy, promotion strategy or place strategy. But the same thing which is when you are comparing with the physical product, the service company are doing a different kind of they want to adapt a different service strategy. Okay, so right from the strategy formulation for actual implementation. So when we are able to identify unique services offered by this unique service provider, different types of strategy are framed by the individual service provider. Okay, so which is implemented. So which is, of course, the consumers want to, you are targeting a final consumer using a different types of strategy. The need for extension is due to high degree of direct contact between firm and customer, either the physical product or service product. Of course, you are focusing a customer. The customer satisfaction, how you are make them satisfy. The customer want to satisfy, they want to accept the service what you are offering to the consumers or customers. Okay, so that's what you are framing the different types of strategy which is related to the service product. Highly visible nature of the service production process, highly visible nature of the service, because unless you are not creating awareness about what kind of service you are offering to the end consumer, okay, which is a visibility you have to make them. The consumer want to get more about your service what you are offering. Okay, so and the different types of process, how the consumers are getting the information, and simultaneously production and consumption of the survey. Because in case of physical product, so the productions will be different date, okay, the different time, the gap you are able to identify. But in case of service, it is not at all possible. Wherever the production is going, so finally which is going for with the help of direct channel consumption. Okay, there is no mediators, you are not able to identify in the service. So one by one, so here the 7 P's in the under service marketing. The physical product can be inspected, you can check, you can investigate, you can feel. Okay, so try before buying. But pure service or intangible, you want to get the concept, you must clear the concept. The physical product, whenever you want to get a demonstration, of course you can get. But in case of service, you are not able to see the service what you are getting. After getting a usage only, you can decide either you satisfied or not satisfied, or like or expectation what you are expected from that service. A customer cannot go to showroom to see the medical operation that is considered. Okay, that means actually the whenever you try to consult with the doctor or medical field, the customers or patients, they are not getting any experience, because your involvement, if it is not there, means you are not able to get an experience what you are getting the service from the service provider. So this means customers of service suffer higher perceived risk in its decision making process at the time of picking a best service what you are required for the day to day life. Okay, so either you are going for one time getting a service or repeated nature you are getting service. So you can't predict the process, you cannot calculate here. So they do not know whether they have a purchased the right service until they have an use date, because unless your involvement after getting a service only you are able to decide I am satisfied or not satisfied or your experience. So the same service what you are received today, if you are going for the next day, the same expectation, the same experience you can't get, because which is a heterogeneous nature. Because unique service, each and every day you are able to get a unique service. And in some cases like medical service and car service, Okay, they cannot to be sure whether they have received the right service long after they have consumed the survey, because there are different types of, if you have a two-wheeler, if you have a four-wheeler, you are running a consultancy, if you want to place order with the help of restaurant, okay, now Zomato, the food service, Zomato, Swiggy, okay, they are offering a different types of just for attracting the consumer, different types of service they are providing. Okay, they are promising the survey. Okay, within the booking hours you are able to get the service. So why they want to give? Because the consumers want to get final information. That's what they are trying to convey here. The three elements of the extended marketing mix, like people, physical evidence, and different types of process, we are able to identify in the service. Okay, so provided clue about the quality of the service to the consumer, because you have to assure regarding the quality of the service what you are rendering. If you are not maintaining the quality in the service, next time you are not able to expect the same consumers, those who are already received the service, and are crucial in influencing the customer perception of service quality. If your service is not happy, the consumer are not happy, so they are trying to convey in the wrong message for the different consumer, the set of peoples or community or friend circle, so which will lead to negative impressions. So the brand name of the service can also influence the perception of the survey, because there are different company are offering. Okay, either if they set they build the good image or goodwill when they are rendering a different types of service, of course they made a brand name of the service. So now everybody can recognize the McDonald. Okay, so because they made such a brand, they made a brand, that's what everyone is recognizing. Moving forward for next P. Now price. Whenever you are offering a physical product or service, of course you need to get the service provider want to generate a revenue, means with the help of price only it is possible. So in case of physical, there you are able to identify the standardize in the price. So there are different pricing strategy adopted by the individual company. The same thing which is compared to the service product. Okay, so the price is very important. The what kind of strategy you are setting. Now restaurant, if you take example, or consultancy you are taking, how much you are charging per consumer. Okay, so the price is an important tool in the marketing of survey. In case of physical product, how it is applicable, the same thing which is applicable for service also. Okay, since it is often difficult to evaluate the service before purchasing. Okay, that means what? So as a consumer, they want to get a service from the service provider. If they are ready to bear the price whatever they are charging, so of course they are maintaining their expectation is consumers to consumer is varied, right? So here the price act an indicator of pursued quality, because the price, few consumers always they try to go for high price. Okay, that means the restaurant 5-star, 7-star, because they are able to predict that there is a quality product. They are able to predict in advance. Okay, because if I'm going for 5-star hotel or 7-star, what kind of interior we are able to identify, how quality food we are expecting. So everything they can predict here. For example, a patient expects surgeon to charge high fees, otherwise it cannot be a good. Because when you are trying to go for government hospital, okay, the same treatment what you are getting in the private hospital, you can expect more only, because you are able to bear the expense, the medical expense. So here there is too many examples which is related to the price. Okay, so the price is also an important tool in the managing demand. Okay, you need to balance the demand. In case of seasonal, how you try to balance the price. In case of unseasonal, how you try to balance the price. So according to the situation, the demand and supply, you have to balance. Bar charge higher rate in the evening. Okay, when they expect a lot of rush, because in the evening time the customers visit will be compared to the day. Okay, they are expecting a more customer, so that's what they want to maintain, something different pricing strategy. Okay, so they charge low price during the day, expected some customer, because at the day time the customer visit, okay, there you are not able to identify, there you are not able to find, there is a too much rush in the bar. So that's what you need to balance. How many customers you are expecting when they are coming, okay, more customers whenever you are expecting, how you are trying to balance the price. Who otherwise would have visited in the evening, the visit during the daytime due to the lower price, because in the bar when they are running, if the customers when they are coming in the daytime, if the price is slightly reduced, of course you can expect more customer. So that is a different types of pricing strategy adapted. Okay, so less number of customer have to be turned away in the evening. Okay, so in case of evening time, any customers they are going, the price is more because they want to balance. Okay, so the crowd, the queue system, what you are able to identify, if you try to charge more, so the customers, number of customers are reducing here. So low price can also attract the new customers who cannot afford to do or do not want to pay high price charge in the evening. That's what the few customers are, based on the requirement, based on the convenience, they try to go and get the benefit. So the facility is more evenly utilized throughout the day. Okay, matching the demand and supply is critical service, because of service cannot be stored, because any customer want to get a service, the service provider and the service receiver participation is important. Okay, so that's what the service cannot be stored. If you want to get service, your participation, the service provider participation also equally important. Moving forward for the third fee, place. Okay, now service you are offering in the different geographical area. Okay, where exactly the service receiver are located, where exactly you want to focus. Okay, the distribution channel for service are more direct, because here there you are not able to identify the different types of intermediator, like wholesale are not available. So directly almost the service is reaching to the end consumption. So that's what the direct channel of distribution they are trying to select. So there is no storage for survey, because you can't store. That's what, whenever the production will take care, immediately it will go for consumption. You can't store. Production and consumption is simultaneous. Hence, the direct contact between customers and service provider is essential for most survey. Whatever service you are expecting, whenever you are expecting a survey, immediate you want to get a consumption, the productions will take care immediately. Okay, the service you can't carry. That's what your participation and service provider also very important. Growth for many service company means opening a new facility in the new location due to simultaneous production and consumption. Any service provider, if they are offering a service to the end consumption or consumer based requirement, of course they want to identify which customers they want to get. Okay, so the target customer is very important. The service is offered to which category, which set of people. Okay, you need to identify. The evaluation of location is a critical skill for such a survey. So you can't evaluate, because each and every service are something unique. Okay, so the evaluation process will be very difficult in the service product. So expansion often means multi-point strategy. Suppose if you are located in the specific location, you focus, you targeted many customers, slowly you are extending your one more branch in the different location where the consumers are expecting service from your company. Because the whole setup of service production and marketing has to replicate immediately the consumption want to production, wherever it is going, the consumption, the service when they are rendering, immediately the receiver part is very important. So that's why the location is very important. Okay, success of many service provider has to be been due to their ability to choose profitable new site and replicated their operation at a new site, because whenever they are extending their service in the different geographical location, where exactly consumer are expecting service from the service provider, where exactly they can make a profitable, so exactly they want to extend the market till you are reaching the entire expected customers. Moving forward for next P. The fourth P is a promotion. Either the physical product or service product, of course, the promotion is very important. How you're creating awareness about the service what you're offering, how the consumers want to get to know the service what you're offered. Okay, and the intangible element of service are difficult to communicate. Okay, that means intangible. So at the time of physical product, you can carry, you can demonstrate. But in case of service, what you're offering, so the communication is very difficult. It may be difficult to represent the courtesy, hard work, and the customer care. In service only we are able to identify courtesy, hard work, and customer care, how you are taking care, how you are expressing, how you are giving importance for the consumer, those who are expecting a service from your company. Because the company to company, service providers to service provider, we are able to identify unique attributes, we are able to identify. In an advertisement, the idea, then it is used tangible clue that will help customers understanding and judge the service. Now we are able to using the concept like a tangible clue. So how the consumers are getting, because the tangible clue, either it can be a customers, those who are getting already the existing customer, those who are already received the survey, they can convey the message what they are received the service. Okay. So a hotel can show the building, the physical evidence, the physical clue what we are able to identify here in this promotion, the building, okay, how it is looking, how they are attracting, the consumer, how they are attracting, how your design, okay, interior part, and the service which is related to the swimming pool, what you provide a facility, and the friendly staff, whatever you trained staff, okay. So the friendly staff and happy customer, and the testimonial from the satisfied customer, because the customers, those who are already received the survey, so you have to get an opinion, those who are getting for the first time, can be used to communicate service benefited. That means actually the physical clue will be suggesting for the service product to promote the product. When you are using a physical clue, the service promotion is very simple. Personal selling can also be effective in the service marketing because of the high pursued risk inherent in the many service purchase. Because whatever the service you are offering, so there are different types of service you are able to consumers are getting. When you are involved, okay, like using a personal selling, they are expressing what kind of service you are offered, how it is used for the, how their consumers are getting a benefit from this service what you are offered. A salesperson can explain detail of service, personal health plan, can answer question and providing reassurance, because using a questionnaire just for explaining whatever the consumer, okay, in front of park they can explain, or individually they are visiting the individual home. Okay, so because of high pursued risk inherent in the buying survey, because every consumers are expecting different types of consumer based on their real requirement. Those who are well conscious about the health, personal health or skin care, too many product, too many service we are able to get here. Sales people should develop list of satisfied customer, because those who are already received the service from the individual service provider, so now with the help of salesman they are try to collect an opinion. If they are satisfied, we are try to make a list on this existing customer though already received, to be used in the reference selling. So we can refer at the time of new consumers. When you are focusing a new consumer, we can refer the existing consumer's opinion. Sales people need to be trained to ask for referral, because any company at the time of recruited salesman, okay, they try to give a training program to enhance their skills. Moving for fifth P is the people. Okay, the people either the service provider, either management, customers, staff, those who are working, salesman, whom and all you can identify in the service. Okay, those who are involved in the service process. Okay, so service quality is inseparable from the quality of service provider. How the service provider, okay, you are able to identify there is a people are involved. Of course, the customers or consumer also able to identify, even the management, administration, staff, those who are involved while they are providing a service. The company has to set standard to improve the quality of service provided by the employee, because they are individual company, individual service provider, they are maintaining a standard while they are rendering a service to the consumer. So they are trying, they instructed before rendering a service to the consumers. Okay, and monitor their performance. So how if different consumers or customers, when they are trying to express, okay, how they are taking care of the customer, those who are visiting a restaurant or hotel, okay, how they are taking the way of expressing, how the way of interacting between the customer. Okay, without training and control, the employee tend to be a variable in their performance, leading to variable service quality, because the consumers to consumer, okay, when you are taking care differently, okay, how positive manner, how you are approaching positively, how you are interacting, okay, how you are taking care, how you are responding the customer query. The training is crucial that the employee understand the appropriate norms of behavior. So whenever you are providing a training program just for personality development towards the behavior, okay, so either negative to positive or positive to negative, so the strategy how you're adapted, of course you need to. So always all the company, they are try to go for negative to positive only. A service provider train its employee to identify and categorize the different personality type of customers. Okay, whenever you're rendering a service, you are able to identify different types of customers are coming, how you are taking care, okay, what is the how you are interacting between the customer, how you are treating the customer. Okay, because you are able to get a different customers day by day, and to modify their behavior accordingly, because according to the customer's perception, now you have to react. Employee need to know how much discretions they have be talking informally to the customer, because the communication, what channel, how you're interacting, how you're communicating, you will get to know the customer's perception. Okay, according to situation, according to customers, you need to react, you have to take care properly. Moving forward, sixth one, physical evidence, because the service what you're offering, you are able to identify the evidence. Okay, either if anybody want to get to know the restaurant just for visiting, or just for observing, or just getting a information from those who are already getting a survey, okay, the physical evidence we need to get. The physical evidence is about the environmental in which the service is delivered, because if I'm trying to get for the first time, I want to get before that, so that I'll try to go collecting opinion, those who already receive the service from the service provider. If they are saying positive about the service what they are getting, okay, so of course I am also keen interested to get a service. And include any tangible goods that facilitate the performance and communication of the service. So if there is any tangible nature, tangible clue what we are getting, so to get to know the service what they are offering, and the communication, how they will get to know the what kind of service. The customer look for clue to have an idea about the likely quality of service by inspected by the tangible evidence. Now in case of service, we cannot go for inspecting, but with the help of tangible clue, we are trying to get an clarity. So for that reason only, we are trying to depend on the tangible evidence. So prospective customers peep through the restaurant window to check the appearance of the waiter and decor and the furnishing. If the prospective customer, if I want to get a service, what before getting a service, I just want to observe, or I just want to watch. Okay, either I'm just getting an opinion. So different mode, I will get to know the different types of interior. Okay, how they design, what exactly they assured. Okay, what is the quality factors. Okay, I need to get to know. The layout of the service operation has to be balanced the operational need for the efficiency and marketing desire for the effective service to the customer, because the different types of a service, when you are able to identify or differentiate service to service, of course here the operations needs, okay, according to the customer expectation. Okay, so we will get to know the clarity. Last seventh piece. Okay, so these are the procedure, because the different service are involved, different types of process are involved at the time of providing or getting an order or getting a delivery. Okay, the service, the different process will be going. So the mechanism and the flow of activity by which a service is delivered to the consumer, because the consumers will place whatever they want, okay, in the restaurant. The process will be going for the next one kitchen. Okay, later on after preparing, the food is getting delivered. So this kind of different types of process we are able to identify. So the self-service cafeteria is very different from the restaurant. Okay, here self-service or with the help of waiter we are expecting a service. Okay, what exactly you are expecting, the process how it will be taking care. Okay, so the company need to research the requirement of the customers and set the process according to, so that the required service is delivered. Now in the individual service what you are getting, which is a unique process we are able to get, there are different types of branded service provided, those who having a good brand about offering a service. Okay, so they want to involve in the different types of process. Since the requirement of the customers are very widely, process cannot be standardized. So here we can't give a 100% guarantee, 100% standard we are not able to identify, because the process will be keep on change. Okay, so according to the taste, according to the preference, according to delivery, so the process will be keep on change. But if the process is allowed too much flexible, the process always you need to arrange according to the customer's requirement. In the physical product we are able to identify standardized, but in case of service, according to fluctuation, according to flexibility only, the process will be going. So the efficiency of the facility goes down. Okay, the efficiency level you are able to identify which is low, fall down. So therefore the customer requirement should not be allowed to vary widely. Therefore the customer requirement should not be allowed to the very widely. The customer requirement, according to the customer requirement only, the process will be going. So the customer placed one masala dosa, so the process is very simple. If the same time he is placing for 10 masala dosa from the restaurant, of course the process will be too lengthy. So through the targeted for the smaller segment of the customer, according to the segment what you are offering, according to the segment of the customer whom you are offering a service. Okay, if the segment size is more, the process will also lengthy. So variation in their requirement can be controlled. So you need to find out what exactly the variations we are able to get to know with the help of service product. So there is a lot of variation or slight variation or little variations we are able to get the difference, right? Keep on watch for next section. Thank you.